Hello learners, welcome back to my channel. Here in the series of operating system subject, I'm starting the next playlist, that is process synchronization. So in the last series, we have completed a playlist that is process management. There we have learned CPU scheduling. So once we learn that what is scheduling, then we have to move to the synchronization, how these concurrent processes are synchronized with each other so that any inconsistent result will not be generated. See, so what is process synchronization? What is a process? A process is a program in execution, and if it is a single CPU and a multi-programming environment, multiple processes are running concurrently, and these concurrent processes executing in the operating system may be either independent processes or cooperating processes. So the processes which are independent are the processes which cannot affect or be affected by the other processes executing in the system, right? Clearly, any process that does not share any data, like temporary or persistent, with any other processes executing in the system, then those processes are called independent processes. On the other hand, there are some processes are known as cooperating processes, and these processes can affect or be affected by the other processes executing in the system, right? That means any process that shares data with any other processes executing in the system are known as cooperating processes, because they are cooperating with each other by sharing some data where the output of one process is taking as an input by other process. So these cooperating processes, they can be sharing any variable declared as a global variable, and these two processes are sharing it. It can be a memory, shared memory, a small portion of memory which is shared by these two processes, or it can be a resource which is shared among these processes. Okay, so like a printer, there will be a single printer among 10 employees. So those 10 employees will be using that single printer. So that printer is now a resource or shareable resource among those users or employees, right? So they are cooperating with each other to use that single shareable resource. So there must be some synchronization among those employees so that they can use it easily and without any haphazard. Like if you are using any private property or anything of your home, you can use it clearly, right? But if you are using any public property, like if you are using the railway, public transport or bus, you have to deal with the rules which is applied for all the public, right? So you cannot take it as a private resource. So the usage of those resources are, if it is shared among multiple processes, there must be some synchronization, that who will use at a particular time, who has to wait and all, right? So why there is a need for process synchronization? अगर independent processes में ज़्यादा हमको problem नहीं हो रही है, तो we must go for independent processes, right? Why we are going for cooperating processes? See, there is a need for process synchronization. There are some time where these processes needs to share some file or some information with each other. So let's see what is the need for process synchronization. See, the need for process synchronization, information sharing. Since several users may be interested in the same piece of information, for instance a shared file, maybe a shared file, we must provide an environment to those concurrent processes to allow those concurrent processes to concurrently access to these type of resources, right? तो ऐसे information sharing हमको कई बार करनी पड़ती है, और ऐसे टाइम पे जो processes उन information पे काम कर रहे होते हैं, they are known as cooperating processes. Computation speed up. If we want a particular task to run faster, what we do? We break that task into subtasks, and each of which will be executing in parallel with the others. So such a speed up can be achieved only if the computer has if a computer has multiple processing elements such as CPU or IO devices. If we have multiple instances of IO devices, if we have multiple processor, so those computation speed up can be done. But even in a single processor, a single user can do multiple tasks at a time, right? So it can generate multiple processes which may be cooperating processes. So there is a need for process synchronization in a single computer also. Then next is modularity. What is modularity? We may want to construct the system in a modular fashion. Why? So that we can divide the functions, system functions into separate processes or threads. ठीक है, तो अलग अलग टास्क अगर डिसाइडेड होगा उसके हिसाब से अगर आपने मॉड्यूल्स बना दिए हैं तो दैट मॉड्यूल्स कैन कम्युनिकेट विथ ईच अदर टू परफॉर्म अ सिंगल टास्क. सो दैट if we are going for that modularity, if we are going for the computation in a modular fashion, we need process synchronization. And the last one, that is convenience. Even a single individual user may have many tasks on which to work at one time. So for instance, a user may be editing, printing and compiling in parallel. So these are the different tasks that can be combined or that can be performed by a single user. So these are the different reason for process synchronization, and because of these reasons we want to provide an environment that allows process cooperations. What is the solution to this process synchronization problem? So we have two solutions: software solution also, hardware solution also. So in a software solution we have Peterson algorithm which can solve this problem so that a shareable resource can only be accessed by a single user or a single process at a time, and that same thing can be provided as a hardware solution also. So in hardware solution we have, this is Peterson solution. Software solution, there are many software solutions we will be discussing in the upcoming videos. We will be discussing that in the upcoming videos. And the hardware solution is test and set, that we will also discuss. So we can solve this problem of process synchronization using hardware and software both. Hope you have understood this. What is process synchronization, why do we need it, and what are the different solutions for this process synchronization. So see you in the next video with the producer consumer problem. If you like the video, please hit the like button, and अभी तक अगर subscribe नहीं किया तो please subscribe my channel to motivate me. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching.